All right, another quick little video today. Same camera angle. You'll notice that my whiteboard's gone though. It's fallen like 4 times today, so I gotta get some more double-sided tape to fix that up. But anyways, just wanted to come on here and talk about something that we didn't really follow for the first little bit when we started out, and that's saying no to certain projects. Obviously, when you start in the beginning, you're pretty desperate to start racking up clients, right? Doing work, trying to build up your clientele, and you'd say yes to any project you get, right? Whether it was a price thing, a timeline thing, how the people were, stuff like that, wasn't really something that you would think about, or I guess in our case, we didn't really think about it at all. And now looking back at that, that kind of did hurt the business a little bit, and I'll kind of explain why. So forget forget about if it's price or timeline. I actually think that's not a terrible thing. Like if you're undervaluing yourself to take on a project, or the timeline's a little more stricter, it's still doable, not unrealistic, but doable, then I think you should still do the project. Um, where it becomes an issue is if the people you're working with are not similar to kind of how you work or how you operate. And the whole reason why this is a problem is when you're working on a project, especially when you're doing service based, when you're building software, you're going to be having weekly calls with them. They're going to be needing to give you feedback, output. Um, so it's a relationship, right? It's start to finish. The client is involved just as much as the development team is. So in our case, when we took on a couple projects, there were some people that we worked with who weren't, very straightforward thinking. Um, they would complain about a lot of things. They didn't like the way we worked. Um, they would get upset when we said, "Hey, we've reached our quota. We can't add any more changes. We can't do this. We can't do that." There's been disputes about intellectual property, although even it's well highlighted in all of our agreements. So these are just some things, right? For the most part, the people we work with all are very, very good people. They're normal people. Um, they're very respectful and they understand, the way we work, and we respect them, right? They're the clients at the end of the day, so they get the bigger say in how they want things to operate, as long as they understand it's fair for us as well. So, in the case that some people we've worked with, there's been challenges around that. So I think being open to saying no to certain projects, if you think that you're not going to be able to work with this person, or you think it's going to be difficult, even though it's a big 5 6 figure project, um, there's no point in taking it on, because at the end of the day, you're going to spend way more time than you initially thought. They're not going to be open to giving you testimonials, new people to work with through their network. Um, it becomes challenging, right? So if you can find someone that's similar to how you think, they're in line with how your business operates and how you're going to do things during the project from start to finish, and they're cool with it, then yeah, that's a green flag. Most definitely work with them. And if you do a good job, you're going to reap the benefits of that because they're going to help you out. And it becomes a relationship at that point. So I know it's tough starting out. I wish we said no to a certain number of projects. We ended up doing them. Um, and, it was a one time thing. Never heard back from those people ever again after the projects. So you can see long term that doesn't really work out well either. But we learn from it, and then, recently we do kind of a culture check when we have our discovery calls, making sure that the people we're talking to are similar, like-minded people, and we feel like we can work with them. So yeah, just maybe give that a little bit of a thought, right? Um, say no to projects if you have to, and if you feel like you can't work with the person, maybe don't work with them, right? And the saying, like I said in the previous video, it's a very simple thing in business: no amateurs and no hassles. And if you can follow that, you're good.